Hello everyone, it's Omae and welcome back to the brand new video. So today, it's a pretty simple video. I'm going to be pulling until I get a Roger. We're not dupe hunting or anything like that. This is not a unit that you need dupes for. I'll explain why in the video. We're just going to talk about Roger in general. Should you be pulling? Of course not. This is a regular Kizuna Sugo Fest. No support characters, no Super Sugo units, and Roger isn't the character that you are going to need. Now, of course, if you are chasing Scopa Gaban, who will be releasing in the next few weeks for sure, then you might want to pick him up. Do a few multis, drop some gems or talent medals, and see what you get. But we do have enough gems to go all the way to step 25, which is guaranteed Roger. Now, this is a lot benefited from the recent tag update. We have a lot of characters that were added to the former Roger Pirates tag, which is categorically the same thing as Roger Pirates. Characters like Buggy are now also 12th Any Buggy is a part of Roger's team, which is quite interesting, right? He is an in-slasher. Ooh, Drake and a Pooh, already one of the best units to get on this banner. A bit more niche though, right? If you want my opinion though, overall I think part 2 has better quality than part 1. The new entry this month is the Otama and Shinobu Legend, which is a great character in my opinion, but you really have to go out of your way to use them on a team. You don't really need them. I think part 2 here has much higher quality legends. We have very solid regular legends, whereas part 1 has a lot more underused characters from the regular pool. And also the Kizuna legends, I think on part 2 are also much better, but I'll go into the list in a moment, exactly why, which characters I think are the best. This is of course a 7.5% red rate Sugo Fest as well, so you shouldn't be expecting many legends. I didn't actually look at the new Rayleigh, his PvE stuff. I know he has a very long special, but when it comes to his support ability, from what I saw, he has a -2 cooldown at turn 1, right? Which is very similar to the 10th anniversary Dex Roger legend. Surprisingly, another Dex/Roger legend like we have now. That unit does give you a turn of cooldown and a tandem slot on the first stage. Attaches to all units in the game. So this Rayleigh is kind of a spin on that. You get 2 turns of cooldown, but you don't get the tandem orb and you don't get all units attached, right? It's only the Roger Pirates, I'm pretty sure. So I mean, it would be nice to get Roger maxed out in the video. It is a Kizuna Sugo Fest, so the debut legend and rare recruit both come at level limit break 2. Oh my goodness, I was on Twitter, bro. I was looking on Twitter. Okay, yes, I have a Twitter account. Go follow. Shameless plug, right? But Roger, bro, everyone is pulling this guy, but no one actually bro, what is this multi? Both Rayleigh and Roger. Okay, so I'm going to talk about a Rayleigh. I want to look at his PvE kit, give my first thoughts, right? But when it comes to Roger, I have seen people use him in PvP alongside a proper team, right? Also, this Burgess is also an amazing unit, right? Very hard to get units, but also extremely powerful. If you are using like treasure map ace instead, this guy's a very similar special where he loses HP but does a massive amount of AoE damage, so great wave clearer actually. But I digress. Roger here, he is great in PvP. He's currently a Caesar level unit when it comes to the amount of like effects that he's providing for the crew. Yes, he's a buffer, whereas Caesar's a debuffer, so in my opinion they can still be ran on the same team. Of course, this guy's only 55 cost, so, or he is a 55 cost unit, so it's going to be much harder for you to slot him onto teams. But if you want my thoughts, he is a character that you do not want to rumble limit break. This is a unit that actually gets worse when you give him the rumble key. I know it sounds crazy. I think this might be the first case ever in Treasure Cruise of a character getting worse with the rumble limit break. I'm pretty sure he gets -10% CT like most units, and that actually ruins him because you don't want him to activate before the 80-second mark, because he can activate his special, cut his HP by 99%, and then die before 80 seconds, in which case he will not activate his on death special here. So he's definitely a character you do not want to give a rumble key to, especially since his HP stat does not matter. I mean, he is cutting his HP by 99%. That's also why you don't need dupes. Yes, he's doing a bit of large range AoE damage, so having extra attack from dupes does help him somewhat, but this is not damage ignoring defense or spread damage. This isn't going to be as good. It is still a very good amount. Like, this is almost as much as versus Zoro is doing. So if you have very good debuffers for defense down, this can make an impact, but not really as important as your main DPS units, right? So his HP is irrelevant, his attack isn't as important, so I really don't think you guys need to give him a rumble key. It will ruin him. And don't chase dupes either. You really don't need to pull on the Sugafest. The main draw of pulling on a debut Sugafest is getting the character with the level limit break added, but since it's irrelevant for this unit, you really have no reason to pull here. Wait for him to go into the rumble, I mean the Aurora Gem Sugafest, and you will be happy for sure, right? But his PvE stuff, I think since we have a lot more former Roger Pirates, he's gonna see a lot more play. But then we have this Rayleigh here, so that support effect only Dex and Int Roger and former Roger Pirates. So 12th any buggy actually benefits from this. Just straight up 2 turns of cooldown on stage 1. Amazing, right? He's an Int Slasher Striker, of course, and then he's gonna get paralysis. Not 3 immunities, okay. Damage reduction 6. Conditional self proc for paralysis and IDT, okay, for 2.75x. Not bad for a rare recruit character. It's not self proc though, so I mean, it doesn't go through immunity. It is self proc, but it doesn't go through immunities, right? Heals crew by 20k, including overheal HP, okay. And then a full board of in-slots through block. I already know there's going to be an in-slot barrier in the damn Kizuna gimmicks. I still haven't looked at that yet. It's literally Kizuna in the next like 10 hours, and I haven't looked at the gimmicks. Yeah, I need to lock in, bro. You guys gotta throw bricks at me, bro. If there are 2 or more Roger Pirates, so Rayleigh is included, since he's a former Roger Pirate, that does count towards this, then the captain gets 13 turns of cooldown. Whoa, that is insane. They are making regular rare recruits from end of month batch and Kizuna rare recruits busted, bro. This is an 3. My comprehension skills, man. I thought that said 13. Bro, I was about to lose it, bro. It reduces all enemies damage now by 2, and then a crit rate buff. Sure, okay, that helps with Roger. At the end of the day, crit is a horrible damage effect to be focusing on, since it only affects the final combo hit and only increases that by like 80%, I think Roger does. It's really not that much of a damage amp. And then if you have a Dex support, you get a Dex territory. In support, in territory. Okay, I mean, he's still great, but nowhere near as I thought he was, right? I mean, at the end of the day, I promised that I would stop when I pull Rogers. So I think I am just gonna stop here, and then hopefully I can get Gaban maxed out with these gems here, right? So let me know which part you pulled on, if you did pull, but I highly advise you to not. Bad legend rate. This is a very unique case with a legend where you really don't need to pull him on his debut Sugafest for that level limit break. And you don't have support characters on here. The new addition to the Kizuna pool, regular Kizuna pool, Yamato Otama, is not really worth chasing either. Part 1, in my opinion, is very bad. We do have Dori Broggy, which is great, but then a lot of these units here are mediocre. Yes, we have Alba, who in my opinion is still one of the best regular legends, but at the end of the day, he is not saving this. The Bow Assist is also pretty nice, but besides that, these are mostly bums. Of course, Reiju super evolving, but you will get her free copies, and she doesn't really need level limit break per se. Then on part 2 though, we have a lot more amazing characters here. From the regular pool, Usopp Lilith, we have Brooke, in my opinion, is really good. This Bonnie is quite often used in the striker rumble teams these days. Then we have Mihawk, is a very powerful special. I used him actually in this current PK against Kolan. We have Van Ogre, in my opinion, a top 3 regular legend right now. Nami Vivi, also an amazing sub, really good dual unit, amazing switch effect, and super class ability as well. But then we have the Kizuna legends. Vasco Shot isn't as good, but he definitely is a unique and powerful character with self-proc conditional boosts, getting around resilience as well with his ignite, all this stuff, bind and burn reduction, and also getting around stun, of course, right, because he reduces HP. He also has an amazing support ability. I actually can't remember. I think it's bind by 3 turns. Bind and burn. Having a burn reducing support is very rare, but also to activate upon infliction and also work for bind as well, really good. But then Robin and Crocodile, this unit is so busted, especially now that we have a lot more former 7 Warlord characters. They will really benefit from this unit, right, with their tag requirements. So this unit with the Albaf stuff making strikers even more relevant, I will use them a lot more. So not only have they carried for this current PK month, but also just a really good value unit overall. And then Drake and Apu, I actually saw someone use it. A lot of people use this unit as a captain for, I think, last month's Kizuna. I can't exactly remember everything about this character's kit, but they do a lot of unique abilities, right? Not a bad character to have. Overall, much more strong than part 1 for sure, both on the Kizuna and also regular legend side of things. That's kind of where I stand. Thank you guys for watching. A very quick video. I just wanted to do at least 1 copy of Roger, but after hearing my own explanation of why we don't need to max him out, I am not going to waste the rest of these gems to get him maxed, right? So I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace, and I'm out.